What do you want?
We simply want the city to be honest, and that means be honest about the fact that, number one, there's a tremendous need. Number two, that you should be and aren't helping all homeless people in the city of St. Louis. You count them for the census, but then when it comes time for them to get the assistance, there's so much red tape. For example, it's very difficult at this time for a person that might have a difficult time producing their address that they're a resident of the city of St. Louis. Well, the fact is you're counting them for the census, getting the money for this homeless person, and even if they can't prove that they've resided in St. Louis for 90 days, they still should get definite help. We're asking for 1 acre of ground. It's getting increasingly difficult for people to be able to have a permanent housing. The goal is to get everyone in permanent housing, but in the meantime, 1 acre of ground, a Hopeville, a village that they could be there, where social workers could find them, where they could have a place to lay their head, to have the dignity of having some kind of residence. It's absolutely essential. So if they're going to move them out of this place, give them 1 acre of ground. That's what's critical.
Now, we're hearing from the city that you're precipitating a showdown by purposely moving people out of your emergency shelter, flooding that tunnel with people so that there's more there than there would naturally be on the streets.
Well, the city, instead of facing the issues, would always try to find some excuse for...
So you're not doing that? You're not telling people to go to the tunnel?
We are continuing to...
Do you have any empty beds at your place?
We're continuing to keep people in our shelters. We continue to have people in our shelters.
You're not asking them to leave earlier? They say that you've changed the number of days they can stay before they're sent back to the streets.
Well, if the city was aware of it, when winter comes, we try to keep people for an extended period of time, but we don't want people to become totally dependent on us, nor do we want to contribute to the problem of homelessness. So every spring, by the time spring comes, we do lower the number of days, but we have a wide variety of programs we continue to keep open that people can get involved in.
Reverend, you know, people think of you as a man of peace, but what if this comes to bloodshed?
Well, we certainly don't want to see bloodshed. What we want to see is a 1 acre of ground.
Well, what if the city says it's time to move and there's a bunch of people in there and tempers flare?
Well, what I'm saying is then let's go to another site. Give us a 1 acre of ground. You got hundreds for developers. Why not 1 acre for